Now let's talk about the graph of polynomial functions. The following topics to be discussed are very important on how to graph polynomial functions. They will help you to understand better how to graph polynomial functions. Therefore, we must pay extra attention to them. Pag-aralan natin silang mabuti because they will help us to easily graph polynomial functions. Because honestly speaking, medyo may kahirapan ang pag-graph ng polynomial functions. But don't worry, I will allow you to use different applications in your mobile phone. But for the meantime, let's first talk about some concepts that will help us how to graph polynomial functions. Let's begin with intercepts. Now, intercepts has two kinds. We have the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Now, what is the use of intercepts in graphing polynomial functions? Intercepts are basically points in which the graph crosses the axis. We have two axes. We have the x and y axis. So, intercepts, let's begin with x-intercepts. X-intercepts are the x values when y is equal to 0. In our previous lessons in first quarter, x-intercept is referred to as roots or solutions. Well, technically, they share the same meaning because root solutions, x-intercepts are all values of x. And when graphing, they refer to us as x-intercepts. Now, y-intercept is the y value when x is equal to 0. Let's have an example. Say we have to find the intercepts of y is equal to x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6. So, step 1, for you to find the intercepts, you have to set y to 0. So, from y is equal to x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6, magiging 0 is equal to x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6. Now, next step, you have to convert the given function into its factored form. So, ang given function natin is in its standard form. Tama? So, if it is in the standard form, dapat i-convert mo siya into its factored form. Bakit? Because kapag naka-factored form na siya, mas madali nang hanapin yung tinatawag nating x-intercepts. Okay? Now, let's set the factored form of this function. Tutulungan tayo ng idea ng rational root theorem. Pag rational root theorem, tingnan mo lang yung tinatawag nating constant term. Now, what are the factors of the constant term? Say we have positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 3, and positive and negative 6, correct? So from there, these are now the possible values of x. Okay? So if these are the possible values of x, kuha ka ng ita-trial and error mo para mahanap mo agad yung factored form ng given equation or function. Okay? Say, ano ang pinakamadaling factor dyan? So, positive, negative 1. Mag-start ka sa 1. Using synthetic division, we will be using 1 and get the coefficients of the given function x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6. The first term is x cubed and x cubed has a coefficient of 1. This one has an invisible value of 1. And negative 4x squared, the coefficient is negative 4. X is 1 and positive 6. Okay? Remember that when using synthetic division, you have to first look at the given function if it is arranged from highest to lowest degree. So, tingnan natin. 3, 2, 1, and the constant. Naka-ayos naman siya. So, pwede na tayong dumiretso. And then, first step, bring down 1. 1 times 1, that is 1. Negative 4 and 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 and 1 is negative 3. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 and 1, that is negative 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. Now, since the remainder is not equal to 0, then 1 is not a root. Okay? So, hindi siya root. Mag-try ka ng iba. Now, next, we have negative 1. Same process. Coefficients 1, negative 4, 1, and 6. Bring down 1. 1 and negative 1 is negative 1. Negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. So, since the remainder is equal to 0, then then negative 1 is a root. Okay? And x plus 1 is a factor. So, nakahanap na tayo ng isa. And from there, this one can be said as the first depressed equation. Okay? So, yun na yung first depressed equation natin. Originally, the function is in third degree. So, kapag na-depress na siya initially, from x cubed magiging x squared. So, we have x squared minus 5x plus 6. Now, next, x squared minus 5x plus 6 is already a quadratic in which mas madali na siyang i-factor out. So, look at the constant term. We have 6, positive 6. What are the factors of 6? We have 6, 1, 3, and 2. Now, next, meron tayong negative dito. Okay? And then, negative ito, tapos positive ito. So, ibig sabihin, ang factors natin ay dapat pareho ang sign. Okay? Dahil pareho sila ng sign, dapat negative yung sa gitna. So, negative and negative, x and x. Next, between these factors, kung pareho silang negative, saan dyan ang magbibigay sa'yo ng negative 5? Let's try. Negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. So, these factors. Therefore, the factors of x squared minus 5x plus 6 is x minus 2, quantity x minus 3. Okay? Ayun. Next. And with that, we can now write down the given function into its factored form. So, if the standard form is 0 is equal to x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6, then the factored form now is 0 is equal to x minus 2, quantity x minus 3, quantity x plus 1. X plus 1 yung nasolve natin kanina. Now, from there, we already have the factored form. We can now solve for the x-intercepts. Okay? Let's begin with the x minus 2 is equal to 0. We also have x minus 3 is equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0. Technically, you just simply equate them to 0 because they are roots. So, same process lang tayo last time. And then, napakadali. So, lagay mo lang siya sa kabila. From negative, magiging positive. So, x is equal to 2. We have, if you will write down the ordered pair now, ang tawag natin dito ordered pair. So, kapag nag-graph ka na, yung 2, kung x-intercept siya, pwede mo siyang in-convert ng ordered pair in which yung y is equal to 0. Pwede ka na mag-graph. Okay? So, gagamitin mo yung point na 2 and 0. Next, negative 3 is 3. So, the ordered pair of the given x-intercept is 3 and 0. Okay? And then, positive 1 to the other side will become negative 1. So, the ordered pair here is negative 1 and 0. So, therefore, the x-intercepts of the given polynomial function is 2, 3, and negative 1. And the graph will pass through the points 2 and 0, 3 and 0, negative 1 and 0. So, let's try showing it in our graphing app. Yung gamit ko, graphing calculator na GeoGebra. You can use Desmos, GeoGebra, or any other graphing app. Kayong bahala doon. Hindi ko muna kayo tuturuan kung paano i-graph. Tignan lang muna natin yung idea ng intercept. Okay? Don't worry. Madidiscuss din natin kung paano mag-graph. So, lagay natin. Sabi niya, kung ang points natin kanina is negative 1 and 0, tapos, 2 and 0, 3 and 0. Okay, so basically, pag nag-drawing tayo ng graph, yung graph natin dadaan sa mga points na yan. Okay? Next. After that, let's get the y-intercept. So, to find the y-intercept, just simply set x to 0. So, lahat ng x na nakikita mo dyan, papalitan mo lang ng 0. So, x cube will become 0 cube. X squared will become 0 square, x is equal to 0. Okay? So, 0 raised to 3 is 0, or 0 raised to 2 is 0 times negative 4, 0, and then plus 6, y now is equal to 6. Okay? So, para mas madali, say, wala na ito, wala na ito, wala na ito, automatic yung constant lang yung value ng y natin. So, therefore, the y-intercept now is 6. Okay? And the ordered pair is 0 and 6. So, ibig sabihin yung graph natin dadaan sa point 0 and 6. So, point 0 and 6. Saan ba ang 0 and 6 dito? Okay? Next, magra-rough sketch tayo. Hindi muna tayo totally magdodrawing ng graph. So, ibig sabihin yung graph natin dadaan dito. Sorry. So, if those are the points, that means yung graph natin dadaan dito sa point negative 1, 0, sa point 2 and 0, sa point 3 and 0, at saka sa point 0 and 6. Okay? Rough sketch muna tayo. Ang ibig sabihin ng graph daw natin dadaan dyan. So, dadaan siya dyan. Dadaan siya dyan. Ayusin natin konti. So, dadaan siya dito. Dadaan siya dyan. At dadaan din siya dito. So, kapag dinrawing na natin yung graph natin, ibig sabihin yung graph natin dadaan sa mga points na yan. So, yun ang importance ng intercepts in graphing polynomial functions. Okay? Now, let's have another example. Say we have the function y is equal to x cubed plus 5x squared minus 17x minus 21. So, ito yon. Okay? Say, if that's the given function, sabi niya, step 1, set y is equal to 0. So, magiging 0 is equal to x cubed plus 5x squared minus 17x minus 21. Tapos, and then, step 2, dapat gawin mo siyang factored form. Kapag factored form na siya, napakadali. I-convert mo lang, i-answeran mo lang siya ng dire-diretso. Pero dahil nasa standard siya, isolve mo siya. Okay? Say, let's find the factored form. If we have 0 is equal to x cubed plus 5x squared minus 17x minus 21. Let's talk about the possible or the factors of 21. So, we have 1, positive and negative 1, positive and negative 3. We also have positive negative 7, and positive negative 21. Ma'am, nakalimutan ko na paano kuhanin yan, no? Mag-divide ka lang. 1 times 21, 21, 3 times 7, 21. Ano pa yung two numbers na kapag minultiply mo 21 ang sagot? So, yun ang tinatawag natin factors of 21. Now, next, so with that, kuha ka ng isa sa mga to because these are possible. Pwedeng maging solution, pwedeng maging roots. So, kuha ka lang ng isa. Say, let's begin with positive 1. So, if you have positive 1, and observe the order, 3, 2, 1, and constant. So, tama. So, coefficient of x cubed is 1. Coefficient of 5x squared is 5. Coefficient of negative 17x is negative 17. And coefficient of negative 21 is negative 21. Next, using synthetic division, bring down 1. Okay? 1 times 1 is 1. 5 and 1 is, ayusin ko lang itong line ko dito. Galing kong mag-line, di ba? Adjust lang natin na konti. Okay, bring down 1. 1 and 1 is 1. 5 and 1 is 6. 6 and 1 is 6. Negative and positive, so minus. 17 is larger, so negative ang sagot. 17 minus 6 is 11. And negative 11 times 1 is negative 11. And negative 21, negative 11 is negative 32. So, R is equal to negative 32. Then, 1 is not a root. Okay? Try naman natin yung negative 1. If we have negative 1, 1, 5, negative 17, at saka negative 21. Ayan, ang galing ko na namang mag-ano. So, bring down 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 times negative 1 is negative 1. Why should I say negative 4? 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Negative 17 minus 4 is negative 21. Negative times negative is positive. 21 times 1 is 21. Negative 21 plus 21 is 0. Since r is equal to 0, then negative 1 is a root and x plus 1 is a factor. Okay? From there, mula dito, ito na yung tinatawag nating first depressed equation. Ano yung first depressed equation natin? Initially, this is x cubed. So, pagdating dito, x squared na lang siya. So, we have x squared plus 4x minus 21. Okay? Now, i-factor out na natin siya. Factors of 21 of 21 and 1, 7 and 3. Okay? Negative yon tapos positive yung sa gitna. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga factors natin ay magkaibang sign. Okay? Pero, dapat, yung mas malaki ay positive. So, ito mas malaki, positive to ito, negative, ito positive, ito negative. So, nasan dyan na kapag in-add natin, ang sagot ay 4. 21 minus 1 is 20. Positive 7 minus 3 is positive 4. So, ito, these factors, okay? So, these are now the factors of x squared plus 4x minus 21. X squared is x and x. Isang positive, isang negative. Positive times negative is negative. And then, this is 7 and this is 3. So, therefore, if we have 0 is equal to x cubed plus 5x squared minus 17x minus 21 as our standard form, ang kanyang factored form is 0 is equal to x plus 1, yung nakuha natin kanina, x plus 7, and x minus 3. So, this is now the factored form. If this is the factored form, we will now be solving the values of x. So, x plus 1 is equal to 0. X plus 7 is equal to 0. And x minus 3 is equal to 0. And then, punta lang sa kabila. So, we have x is equal to negative 1. X is equal to negative 7. X is equal to positive 3. Okay? Now, next, if that's the case, the x-intercepts now are negative 1, negative 7, and 3. And the ordered pairs in which the graph will pass through these points, we have negative 1 and 0, negative 7 and 0, we have 3 and 0. So, ibig sabihin, yung graph natin dadaan sa points negative 1 and 0, negative 7, 0, and negative 3 and 0. Okay? Next, we're done with the x-intercepts. Kuhanin naman natin yung ating y-intercept. Okay? Y-intercept. Y-intercept is equal to x cubed plus 5x squared minus 17x minus 21. So, ang iset natin yung x natin as x natin as 0. So, lahat ng x papalitan ng 0. So, y is equal to, ito wala na, ito wala na, ito wala na. Y is equal to negative 21. So, the y-intercept now is negative 21. While the graph will pass through the point 0 and negative 21. Bakit 0 ito? Kasi ang x natin 0. Okay? Saan natin nakuha yung y? Ayon. Y-intercept natin ayon. Okay? So, y is equal to negative 21. Again, the x-intercepts of the given function y is equal to x cubed plus 5x squared minus 17x minus 21 are negative 1, negative 7, and 3. And the graph will pass through the points negative 1 and 0, negative 7 and 0, 3 and 0. Now, the y-intercept is negative 21 and the graph will pass through to the point 0 and negative 21. So, that's it. That's how you deal with intercepts. Now, for your activity, you will be answering activity 5 entitled Seize and Intercept Me, page 110. Answer items 1 and 3 only. Number 1 at saka number 3 lang. Do not forget to show your complete solutions. And that's it for intercepts.